Hey, what's up everybody, Spabrog here, and I'm here to give you the H-Hour Weekly Community Update number 64. This week, we got a hotfix, and we have some news on what's to come. So, as you know, last patch, we kind of got our dive to prone and a bunch of other stuff that, you can't really see from, they're all under the hood. So, there's a lot of things that are going on animations-wise, and that seems like to be the big topic. But yeah, let's get into it. So first off, I'll just go over the hotfix. They brought out a patch, pretty relevant, and they've been pumping out patches like every month, so that's good. So I think it was October 26th, November 28th, and December 4th. Those were the ones. But yeah, okay, so they, I'm just gonna read it to you. I'm trying to see if I could take down the ones that are that are pretty noticeable, something that's not really like bleh. So yeah, they fixed the current game stats that weren't displayed in the profile stats page. Map rotation list not displayed when creating a user created room. The SOF character Lucky, he rotated 90 degrees now, performing dive to prone animation. Before, he would like dive and then he would like turn to the right. It was weird. Yeah, letting loose a grenade and dive to prone causes a grenade to be removed from inventory but never thrown. Leaning while planting the bomb stops the plant but not the action timer. Okay, so there you go. Those are pretty much it. And then there's like a different trend. That's like the most noticeable thing for me in this hotfix is that you'll probably see it in, if you look at the last video, if you look at the first couple seconds of the gameplay clip, you'll see that like it looks very awkward when he like gets up after the dive. But with this, it actually looks a little bit more natural, looks a little bit more smooth. I like it. I still believe that the dive to prone, it goes too fast. Like it needs a little bit more momentum start, because I could just press forward and dive right away and I'll go mad far, which is it doesn't really make much sense. But again, it's work in progress, and I'm sure like a lot of us have reiterated it that it needs some type of adjustment, and I already told them that basically you want some some momentum before you dive, because then some people are like, they like to walk and then like prone sometimes, and sometimes you just dive. So that's, I guess that's the little gripe. But yeah, there's other things. There's numerous tweaks to animation player control framework to accommodate a large variety of scenarios and ensure consistency across viewports, actions, and input. I don't know what that means. Tweaks to nade throwing and PMN mine logic. There was a PMN mine glitch that would use nade inventory instead. I don't even know. That never had that happen to me. Completed transition to a do action system driven by the notify events with animations. Okay. Modified hostage follow hold action logic to update the action titles at execution. What I noticed that the hostages, I could just like grab them right away. Before I would have to like wait like 2 seconds before grabbing each one, which was kind of annoying. But yeah, that they actually respond right away. We still need like some type of audio cue saying that we got the hostages, because that's really important, Spectate logic, and there was no more spectator glitch. Reduces / eliminates that, so hopefully it stays that way. It seems like that glitch just pops up every time there's a patch for whatever reason. Improve logic and action keys, blah blah blah. Okay, so they added navigation logic to the in-game menu, so it can be traversed through keyboard, mouse, or controller. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the hotfix. Again, it's nothing new, it's just fine-tuning whatever was messed up with the patch. And these dudes released it on a Sunday, so I really appreciate that. That means they're working hard. They're working when they shouldn't be working, and that's important, But again, long way to go. We appreciate the work though. So again, how we don't have weekly quick looks, we do have one after every patch. So it's called H-Hour Community News. If you go to the updates, I suggest you go there, because I'm not going to read one of the things here. because it's pretty long and it's pretty redundant. I'll kind of give you the cliffs and yeah, and what's to come. So basically, they got a new patch around the studio. They said, we have come to a stage in development where the team can work on individual pieces in the game. They need to spend more and more time working together to complete their task. Much of the game content is now integrated or interrelated, with more members joining. The team introduced new internal processes for planning and communication, so a great benefit from these over the past month. And we appreciate your dedication, dev team. We love you guys. And since the work Selfless One is doing is long term, you don't really get to see much about like his map. So, you know, the studio development needs to address file size, game optimization, and original content and level design. There's like a really high standard for the content that is going to be delivered, and it can only be achieved by industry methods. Self has shown his enormous capacity for learning, so shout outs to Selfless One. This dude kind of like, I think he used to I remember reading that he used to do this for like another game, but I think it's like more a passion project for him. And he is confident that this is going to be one of your favorite maps once it's complete. And yeah, they're definitely gonna post pictures and stuff like of the map so you guys can see. They already posted a couple and it looks promising. I like it. And Tom says here, I am putting more time into our social media outlets today so we can reach new potentially interested community members. I appreciate all the content community sends my way on Twitter, so please share your best images, gameplay shots, or videos, as well as new custom map creations with the studio Twitter account, and I will send them along for you. Brian was unable to start with us as planned, so Brian was the guy who was in charge of audio/video deliverables. It's okay though, and he says, but they're hopeful that he'll be able to join the team in 2017 when audio/video deliverables start becoming a priority, which is cool. I mean, I think there's a lot of other stuff that they've been working, you know, that's more important. So like, you know, the animation's obviously almost there. We're halfway there. The groundwork is there at least. And also we need to work on those gun mechanics and hit detection. Hit detection has been like a real big thing in the community. I don't play like every day, but when I do play, there's always something that happens at least once when I play. So maybe that's due to the whack servers, maybe the pings from the players. I don't know. I'm not really a techie, so I really don't know. And also, he says here, the holiday season will be on us soon, so the development team has informed me they plan one more patch before Christmas. Then, as we have done in the past, there will be a period of downtime for the studio, which is, you know, well deserved. And yeah, the rest period is needed to help recharge the batteries and spend time with their families. Volunteers work long hours as they do for what they do for H-Hour. It's a second job, so hopefully the community would be understanding of that. And there's a little article from Fred, which, if you guys know, that's the guy who is in charge of the animations. He has a little article here, and I'm gonna kind of give you the cliff notes. Let's give him some background though. So it's Fred. His name is Fred. Okay. Past 2 years, he's been going to school for game development. Gaming has always been a passion of his. His passion grew with SOCOM 1, and about 2 years ago he decided to pursue his passion to take gaming development classes. Just so you know, he has a full-time job and it's not in gaming. But SOCOM has been a passion for his for a while, so we could really appreciate that. Okay, enough about me. He says that here's what, you know, the H-Hour animations, which I'm sorry, I'm just trying to read what I should tell you guys. You know, Lucky was who the character is. He had a problem. They had to redo his skeleton and stuff, and then everything was like messed up. Before the gun, he was holding the gun bad. Like there was some clipping in the gun, and then yeah, he definitely fixed that. He fixed the legs. He has pictures here if you guys are interested in that. And it's not that big of a deal, so he says, but like in the beginning, it wasn't much of a big deal, but as time went on, there was like manipulated skeleton really wrong, and then yeah, so there was a deep problem in it, and once the skeleton was reworked, then begins the process of retargeting old animations, which he did. 400, and so I'm sure when people go look at the models, yeah, they do look. If you really look at the game, if you play the game a lot, you'll notice it. Like I didn't notice it at first, but like the more I play and like when I spectate when I die, I'm like, yeah, the legs look better, the back look better. It's nothing crazy, but it's definitely a pretty big bump up from what we used to have. The way they hold the guns is just way better. Looks way more polished. But yeah, so he says here, let's see. Yeah, he says, I'm sure this new animation is increasing everyone's appetite for more, and you would like to know what we'll be getting in the future. There's no doubt there are a lot of missions that need to be added, and he's like, and I am aware of the list: ladder climb, grenade/shotgun knockbacks, and jump to climb, to name a few. In addition, many animations need to be reworked and improved. I totally agree. So as far as what we are getting, now that I've had the experience of working within a development team, I can understand how much they would love to commit in advance or specific features or dates, but stuff happens, and then you can't really get to it right away, basically. Because like, say there's like with the dive to prone, he was probably working on the next animation, then we had to tweak it because Lucky was being weird, or whatever the case is. Or like we found the dolphin slide, which people didn't like. People were gonna cry about it, so they addressed it right away, and it looks way better. And yeah, so there's that. And yeah, he says one thing I can tell you is that jump to climb will take a lot of work just for the initial animation creation, let alone the coding that is required from the team. All these new additions are further complicated by much more core foundation and stuff. But yeah, it's that's pretty much it. That's the gist of it. I know I didn't want to read you the whole thing, but if you guys feel free to, if you guys really want to listen to it, go ahead. Go on the H-Hour forums, go to updates, and it's all there. If you're, but I pretty much gave you the gist of it. Shout outs to Fred, working hard, giving us what we want. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it this week. Not too much, nothing too crazy, but definitely some updates out there. But again, guys, if you like the video, leave a thumbs up, sub to the channel, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MrSpab, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Spab_rog, and follow the Reddit, reddit.com/r/H-Hour. So patch before Christmas, I'm hoping something really, really cool, because I know a lot of the guys are too. Alright guys, I'll see you next week. Peace.